Okay, so this video is to show you how to set some success steps for a proposal when it's in the task allocation phase. Now this example I'm using, it's just an example one. He's not quite ready for task allocation, but I'm going to use it anyway. What I've done is I'm in admin, I've found the proposal, and I've also created a duplicate tab so that I can click back and forward, and I'll show you why that's important in a minute. I've also got the success steps spreadsheet open because I'm going to need to refer to that when I create my success steps. First thing I do is I have a full read of the proposal, make sure it all makes sense, make sure there's nothing that's missing, or if I've got any questions, I would email the community generator for whoever's created that. But I'm pretty happy with this. This guy has worked in the aerosol business for quite a while, and he wants to set up his own business where he supplies aerosol stuff to tattoo stores and streetwear stores, paints and other products and stuff like that. So what I've done is what I do is when I create success steps is I go into task tab. Okay, you come in here and basically you start to create tasks. So the first task I've identified is that he needs to seek advice. So I come up to here and in the task bank, and I've found that seek advice is a task, as a success step that I want to do, because it's going to be useful for him to meet with someone who's set up a similar business. And what I want to do is create 5 questions to ask that person, then write a summary of those 5 things learned from that meeting, and he's going to upload a list of those questions and the summary document to the success step as evidence. So that success step has been validated, and that we've got really good feedback for that. So I'm not looking to change too much in it. You may change something in here. You might say he set up a business in the paint industry, but that might be a bit too specific. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm going to mark it as a potential success step because I'm not going to make it an absolute requirement that he does it, but it's going to be one he can choose from the list. And then I click add. Okay. And then I'm going to come through, and the other one that I've recommended is because he's quite new to business, is I want him to secure a business mentor. And I know down here we have secure a business mentor. This is a really common success step, really popular, lots of good feedback for that. So simply pick it up, copy and paste it, and then copy and paste the instruction into here. So secure a business mentor, let's just check over it and read it. So yep, secure a business mentor who set up and run up a small business in an industry similar. Get them to confirm their writing via letterhead letter, and upload a copy of the signed letter as evidence of the success step. Now I might want to make that a required success step because I think this is like business critical for him. So I'm going to click required success step. Okay, now I'll just do one more. What else have I got here? Okay, so the way he's going to sell his product is via social media. So what I'm going to do is find the social media one, which I had identified before. Okay, so let's create your social media presence. Okay, and here's the generic instruction. I'm just going to see whether those instructions fit this guy. So set up your dedicated public social media account. I'm actually going to specify Facebook. Set up your dedicated Facebook account because in this situation Facebook's going to be best. Okay, so I'm going to specify that. Book account for your business. I'm going to upload at least, I'm going to say upload at least 10 photos. Okay, and I want him to share that page with his friends and followers, and then I want him to post a link to your public page as evidence of your success step. Now I'm going to say again, that's a potential one, not a required one. Okay, cool. So I tick add. Okay, now I'd go through, his funding request is nearly $5,000, so I'd need to create a total of 10 success steps. He has to choose 8. Okay, but rather than going through all that time, I'll just use those 3 examples. What I also need to do for whenever I set success steps is I create a task for them to upload receipts. Okay, now a task is different. Task isn't a success step, so it isn't dependent on them getting funding, but it's something that we want them to do, because this is where they load their receipts after they've been funded. So upload your receipts. I pulled it out of that task bank. I'm going to select it as a task, and I'm going to add. Okay. Now the final thing I need to do, I can check all of those. If I wanted to delete one, I just click there. If I wanted to change one, I had changed my mind and said, okay, no, actually that doesn't need to be a required one after all, I'd do that. Okay, but I'm happy with that. Now I need to decide how many success steps. So okay, so this, I've only put 3 in here, but I'd normally put in 8 for the amount of funding. So you make sure you put in the amount of success steps required here. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then what you do is you save there. Okay, and that's how you create success steps.